Hello everyone, I am Chetan from Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering from Bangalore, and the subject is the theory of computation, and I am going to explain the topic an algorithm to design the finite automata. Abstract theory of computation is always been an issue for the student to understand. This paper present a algorithm which will simply the simplify the method to design the deterministic finite automata that accept strings over input symbol a b having the exactly x number of a and y number of b. Objective of the researchers is to make the method of teaching learning easier, simpler, and understandable for students. In the paper, we develop an algorithm to design the finite automata that accept strings over input symbol a b having exactly x number of a and y number of b. And it is a algorithm that design the finite automata that accepts the or of input symbol a and b having exactly x number and a and y number of b. Introduction. Objective of this paper is to develop an algorithm to design the finite automata that accept the strings over input symbol of a b having exactly x and the a b having exactly x and the number of a and y number of b. In this paper, flowchart for the developed algorithm is also given, which make definitely had a level of understanding in the implementation. Was several example of different string sets are then of which three causes of discussing under section V implementation. Mythology. In automata theory, the branch of theoretical computer science, a deterministic finite automata DFA is also known as a deterministic finite state machine is a finite state machine that accepts and rejects the finite state of symbols and only produces a unique computations or run of the automata for each input string. Deterministic refer to the inequence of computation in search of simplest model to capture the finite state machines and Pitts were among the first researchers to introduce a concept similar to the finite automata in 1943. A DFA is defined as a abstract mathematical concepts, but due to the deterministic nature of a DFA, it is implemented in hardware and software for solving various specific probable. For example, DFA can model software that decides whether or not online users input such as email addresses and valid. And the finite automata of M is defined as a set of five tuples and Q and summation Q naught F. It is a finite non-empty set of a state. It is a finite non-empty set of inputs, and it is a state transaction functions, and it is the initial state and final state. Final state as possible empty subset of Q. It can be represented using either of three approaches given below: transaction graph, transaction functions, and transaction tables. Uh, Example of design a DFA that accepts strings over input symbol A, B having exactly three A's and three of B's let resultant DFA of M is, and alpha is given the transaction graph in the figure of in the figure, and Q11, Q12, and Q13, Q14, Q21, and Q44. It is a Q, and summation is A and B. Design a DFA that accepts strings over input symbol A, B having exactly two A's and only one B. Let resultant DFA is M. And you can see the figure of DFA that accepts A and B having exactly two A's and only one B. And Q Q11, Q12, Q13, Q21, Q22, Q23. It is a summation. It is given by the transaction graph. Conclusion. In this paper, we having developed an efficient algorithm which will generalizing the transaction graph of finite automata that accept the strings over input symbol A and B, having exactly yx and number of A and y number of B. The algorithm will help in easy and accurate design of a transaction graph of finite automata that accepts strings over input symbol A and B having exactly x and number of A and y. Number of B. The algorithm will help in easy and accurate design of a transaction graph of a finite automata that accepts strings over input symbol A B having exactly x number of A and y and number of B. Thank you.